around. I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. Oh, oh, oh.
Alright guys, how you doing? I'm going to be doing a collective reading here for you. That's too many cards. And this is going to be something I want to kind of start here. So this is going to be like a first episode, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But I'm going to be, really tying this energy towards, just a new beginning, okay? And current energies and, these collective ones are going to be more, tuned into healing and just overcoming obstacles as the energy flows. Okay, so we're just going to see the cards that come out, and this is going to be projected towards this coming week. Could be up until the full moon in Aries, which could be 2 weeks here. So just kind of basing that energy. And future videos, I might be doing some daily checks, just collective checks here on the energy. Again, it's going to be focused more towards healing, so there's not going to be if there is some information regarding connections or something, we'll talk about it, but it's more about healing and moving forward and dealing with issues. And it's going to be a little bit about, even talking about me a little bit and what I went through and what I did to overcome situations. So if it helps you, great. But I want to make sure that everyone understands that I'm not here to tell you what to do. At the end of the day, it's entirely your choice what to do. Okay, so, and what you want to do here. Okay, so starting off with that Three of Swords again. I think Taurus was getting a reading like that, but that was a different type of energy. Let me get all the cards out here. I do feel like there's, just an energy here when, this new beginning, this new journey, right? Um, and a lot of people will think, well, I've been on this new journey for a while, but I feel like through this, this retrograde, and especially after the Pisces full moon, we've also went through a lot of emotions and things have resurfaced. And not only have they just resurfaced, they made us look at our connections around us, even our family situation here. And family could be just friends, you don't have to have a huge family or anything like that. And it made us just look at things differently, you know what I mean? And also, it brings a sense that if we do have disconnections with someone recently or just in the past here, it makes you feel as though things change to where you feel more alone. You feel like that there's not the support structure that you thought was there, and it brings you in this Three of Swords energy. Just kind of disappointment here. Okay. Again, aces are just new opportunities and new beginnings here. Let me get one more card. We do have the Seven of Wands. Okay. We have the Chariot at the bottom, Cancer energy. So like I said, it puts us in this energy of worry, because it's like the people that you used to really trust and really maybe gave honest conversations to, or whatever the case is that you've went through. It feels like there's this next week into like I said, up until the full moon in Aries, it's going to be like a lonely feeling. It's going to be something where there's going to be a mix of disappointment and some negative thinking, or maybe even some emotions that are coming up again. And that loneliness just brings you towards an open conversation with a lot of different things. And that could just be like, you feel like people don't like you anymore, or maybe you feel like, what did I do? Why did I invest so much stuff into somebody here or a situation? And at the end of the day, they don't really care. You know what I mean? And sometimes that puts you in this energy of, is something wrong with you? And right here, I could already say there's nothing wrong with you. It's just the fact that you've changed your vibration. And when you change your vibration, you're going to start seeing that you're not going to relate to a lot of people anymore. And you're going to start to relate to others that are in and within your vibration. So just like you look at this channel, or just readings and other readers that we put out videos, you can see like it's a place for people to come together and express what they've went through. But people can relate. It's like we can all relate with each other, because we're going through this, or either we're going through it or we went through it, but we're here to help each other. You know what I mean? And I feel like the other people that you had to let go, or maybe they're just things that you just don't need to, you don't feel like you fit into those situations anymore, is because they're on a different path. They're on a different vibration to where you are moving towards a new journey, a new beginning, a new start here, right? You know, you're ending situations, you're ending cycles here, and you have this clean slate. You know, I've said this in a video before. It's like you're the artist. You know, you have a blank canvas, and you got everything with you, and now you could just do whatever you want to do. You can paint the lifestyle that you want, right? It's your choice. No one's going to tell you what to do. It's entirely up to you. But that does bring a lot of you know, that just being scared. You know, it freaks people out sometimes because you're in this energy of just kind of being just alone. You know what I mean? And alone, when I say that, I can envision just, you know, just someone standing over there with just darkness, you know, and there's no support, there's no one you can talk to. And you know, even if you go to work, it's like your coworkers are, you know, just doing their own thing, and it's like they have no other issues, and you're the one that's like going through so much emotions, right? So you feel left out, you feel disconnected, and that brings more disappointment and also leads us into depression or things like that, right? So but the reason that it gets us into, you know, that those energies are, you know, very dark energy, is because we start thinking that we were the problem, we're the one that made the mistake, we're the one that, you know, deserves this because we did this, right? But it's not the case, right? So and I'm saying that from experience because it does put you in that energy, and it takes you in a spiral of like doing things that are harmful for yourself. Maybe you do end up, you know, start drinking again or smoking, or you're doing things that numb the situation because you don't want to feel anything. You don't want to hear the truth, right? Hearing the truth from someone, this is like a time frame where, and whoever this resonates with, I already know it's not going to resonate with so many of you guys. These are just, this is an energy of letting go of something here of the past, wanting a new beginning. But in this new beginning, it's not one of those things where it's just like, you know, I've said this before because that's the only thing that comes to my head sometimes. It's not going to be like you're going to walk outside and there's going to be unicorns and rainbows. Okay. So it is a new beginning, but it's a new beginning to work on yourself. Instead of putting all this energy into other things, you're now putting all this energy on working on to you, right? But you do see we have the moon, the ten of swords, and we have the seven of wands. So there's a little bit of energy of you know, being defensive, being a little fenced out, right? So you don't want to open up because you don't want to get hurt again, and that's also a bad thing because opening up to other people that are within your vibration, these are people that are going to help you. So you want to be cautious of that. Okay. Let me just see this ten of swords here for the collective and see. I want to see what's this ten of swords here. It is a future energy. We have the three of pentacles. Okay, so and we're just talking about opening up a little bit and, you know, connecting with people that are vibing with your level, because it is a time to you know, collaborate with other people. And when people say that too, I know a lot of us readers have been saying collaborate and you know, and all that stuff, but you know, some of us don't really know what that really means, right? It's not like we're all going to get on LinkedIn and say, hey, you want to work together on something. You know, you have to be realistic on this, but it's more about working with others. Like, say for example, you're into real estate. Okay. So you have to kind of look at what you do for a living, and then associate yourself with others that are in a more, you know, advanced setting of that, right? So maybe there's a someone that's has been doing real estate for 30 years or whatever. It's like trying to connect to those levels or trying to put yourself in those groups, and maybe that does involve going to, you know, training classes or get-togethers and you know, things like that, so you can learn something new. And putting yourself in new situations is going to let you meet new people and different mindsets that are going to teach you things. And the thing is here, a lot of these people have been through this already. They've already been through what, you know, what you're going through, you know, and they've again worked on themselves. That's why they're a lot more successful, because they focus their time and energy on themselves. So you could learn a lot from that. So this next 2 weeks here, I just feel like there's going to be a lot of energy of you know, worried about the past, or worried about like, you know, how come this person is not connected like we used to connect, and how come there's changes. And I feel like that's the energy that's going to delay you. Things are going to slow you down a little bit, because like towards you know, mid-October, and then we have that eclipse coming up, there is changes are going to be coming. And I feel like the beginning of October here is going to be very, you know, it's, I'm not going to say crucial, because I feel like just everyone's going to go in their own speed on getting, out of that energy. But I do pick up a worried energy or maybe negative thinking, and maybe that's what this reading's kind of all about. And this new start here, you don't want to start it with negative thinking. You don't want to even think that people don't like you either, right? Because if you start thinking that way, then you're going to start manifesting that, right? So you don't want to think about that. And if people don't like you, then they don't like you. You can't do anything. I've said this before. I don't know if it was a Sag reading or what, but you just have to be yourself. You have to be you. And if they don't like who you are, then they don't need to be around your energy. That's it. I mean, and if they are coming towards you just taking what you have, and that happens a lot. People try to take what you have, right? So, and that could just be the energy, your knowledge too, right? So you are always maybe wanting to help others. Maybe you want to give the advice, whatever it is. And then you start realizing that, you know what, I've been connected with this person for, 6 months, and this person is getting everything they want, but yet they kind of leaving you out in the dust, right? So it does bring you in that Three of Swords energy. What I'm trying to say here, without going in circles, all this stuff that you're going to be looking at and realizing and having these wake up calls on is going to, could put you in that Three of Swords energy. That Three of Swords energy is okay, because you do have to feel these emotions to make changes. It's just to be cautious that you're not thinking negative here, okay? Because once you start thinking negative, you start closing yourself off. Seven of Wands over here, okay? You have the Ten of Swords over here. You feel like everything's about you, or you're the one that made the mistake. You have the Moon here. There's going to be a lot of emotions that are start coming up. We do have that full moon coming up there in Aries, right? So I'm looking at it that way. We have truth, and it's like a lot of you guys do have things that you want to focus on, right? So and again, this could be your passion, this could be whatever that makes you happy, right? And even if it is work, maybe you're just working and everything like that, you know try to do something here that you have a hobby, or you just like to do something that calms you down in a way. I mean, if it's meditation, then fine. If it's yoga, if it's exercise, if it's I don't know, you know buying a nice cup of coffee, whatever makes you happy. It's just saying here, don't be aware in the beginning of October to not get into that negative energy, and think positive, think optimistic here is going to be very crucial. Okay, now there might be a small few of you there listening and going, it's not that easy. I understand. There's going to be, and especially if you're going to be in an environment where no one's going to support you, right? Um, so this is why it's going to be crucial for you to kind of do those things that make you happy, because you have to start learning to be happy by yourself. And that's a trick, because a lot of people don't do that. When you do think about this, it's like in the past, maybe you were used to going out with friends to the restaurant, or maybe you go to the movies and you went out with someone, right? um, you know at this time, this stage, and this is just the beginning, okay? You're going to be in this energy of being very lonely, and you're going to stop doing things that make you happy, and you have to try to do things alone, and that is going to the movies alone, or going, taking a weekend getaway alone. Whatever it is, you have to get used to being content with yourself and making your own self happy, and not looking at the materialistic things. Like, if you think that I'm going to go buy this today and it's going to make me happy, then that's not the route, that's not the path that you want to go. You want to be able to enjoy yourself with what you have already, and have that gratitude. So gratitude is going to be very important as well in the beginning here, okay? But there's an energy of truth. There's an energy of taking care of yourself here with that Knight of Cups. And, just again, try to get out of that Three of Swords energy, or don't get caught up with that negative thinking. I feel like that's the big thing here. And with that Three of Pentacles, don't be afraid to reach out and get with people here that have knowledge, and ask a question. I feel like people are going to be in an energy to help, and if they don't want to help, then they don't want to help. I'm just saying, it's doesn't hurt to try. You know what I mean? And you never know, that might get you in a different path here that helps you out. Okay, I just feel like with that Three of Pentacles, there's something about just working with others. It's like a time to come together. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of us do want to help other people. And even if it's like, it's just a comment in these channels, these tarot readings, everyone comments everywhere, right? Not just this channel, other readers are doing readings, and it's helping people there is going to be big, and it can help someone change their energy for that day and into the next day and the next day. And it kind of reminds me of a book. I don't know, it was like years ago. This is like it was called How Full Is Your Bucket? I don't know if anyone's read that before, but basically it's like putting good energy out there, and or helping someone, and that person gets help, and then that person helps another person. And that's kind of that's the energy you want to put out. That's what I mean by putting positive out there, and then that other person puts more positive out there. Then all of a sudden it's like everyone is trying to at least help someone here. I'm not trying to paint the finger like we're all going to hold hands outside. I'm just saying it's time to put some positive energy out there. You know what I mean? And helping others. It doesn't hurt to just say someone's concerned about their problem. You know what I mean? It's not, you don't have to take their problem. It's just you're there to support, and you understand what they're going through. And I feel like that's going to be big here, because at the end of the day, we all have made mistakes. We've all done stuff here, and we're all trying to just make it through. And yeah, that's what I got. All right. So I know I can kind of talk a lot in these videos. I'm trying to keep it short, and because I will be coming out with, like I said in the beginning of the reading here, just a continuation off this energy. All right, so I'm going to be focused on it, and so it's not going to be flipped everywhere. So you guys can kind of, whoever's interested in listening, there's probably not going to be many, but especially not many watch the collectives anyway. But I mean, I tried. I mean, I can't do 12 videos like this because you know I mean, I gotta manifest stuff too. So but yeah, I mean, this is, whoever needs to hear it is gonna hear it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, so there will be if there's heavy energy that's coming out, I'll get it on here, try to get some energy out here for you guys to see if there's any blockages. But I'm going to try to keep this weekly for you as well. And also, I'm not to say I'm not going to do the zodiac still. I'm still going to do those, but they're going to be just the general, about whatever comes up. And that's what I do on those other readings. I'm just throwing cards out there. Whatever's coming up in those readings, I talk about it. Okay, but this one I'm concentrating on people that are trying to heal, people are trying to, or that feel alone or feel like they have no one to talk to. Maybe what the blockage is, what I could do to maybe help them, clear something here to where they can move forward in a little bit here, because you do feel stuck. Some of us do get in a stuck energy, and like I said, I mean, sometimes you just do things that you've done that made you happy. It helps. It helps. It definitely helps here. And could be drawing, going to the museum, whatever it is here. I just feel like you need to look at what you've done before. Reflect on your life here, and just look how things used to be, and what you were doing when things was a fun time for you, and start looking at that. And maybe it is just simple things like drawing and stuff like that. Okay, so we do have the red crowned crane here as an oracle. We're going to get one more oracle after this too, so it is number 29. And the comments will be open, so I'm leave a comment if you feel like these readings you want to hear it. Let me know too. If not, then I'm probably still going to do it anyway. All right, so it does mean loyalty. The time has come to re-examine your loyalties. Are you able to be trusted? Keep your word if you give it. Take relationships slowly and make sure to build strong connections. What promises have you made and must keep? Okay, that is one oracle. Let me get you guys a Ganesh. And the Ganesh removes blockages, obstacles here, right? So I always like to use this oracle as well. And I need to start looking at some more oracles, actually. Just do some shopping. All right, so we do have healing that comes out. I feel like one of the collectives I did, well, I don't know if it was the last one. One of the collectives I did when I was focusing on this energy, the healing came out before too. So I feel as though, even if it's going to be for one person, I'm going to be continuing this reading here because, again, I do readings here to help people. I know there's energies that come out, and some people like a certain type of readings, and other people like a different type of reading. But the collective readings here that I do, You know, I do it because if it does help one person, that means, you know, that's mission accomplished for me right there, you know. So that's how I'm going to be kind of focusing these collectives a little bit, because this is going to be real stuff going on in terms of, like, you know, what people are going through, the sense of loneliness, that, you know, you know, what avenues people can find themselves into in the future. And if you are finding yourself going into that 10 of Swords, what can we do not to get in that 10 of Swords, right? So that's kind of, we're looking at the future energy so we can avoid going back into a cycle. Okay, so that's kind of the focus here. So number 36. So it says healing. It says the true essence of your soul is one of complete health. Ganesha is pictured sitting on a peacock. Peacock feathers have been used in creative remedies for thousands of years across countless traditional cultures. They are said to carry spiritual medicine energy that can assist people in seeking balance and healing in their lives. The challenges of daily life can throw you out of balance. With the truth of your being, it is easy to get caught up in the daily grind and in general feeling of lack. Remember that you're created from the perfection of divine light and love. Your physical body is simply a shell that covers your soul. True healing is only possible when you take responsibility for your own well-being on this earth and your self-empowerment. See yourself as complete, healthy, and whole. Ganesha prompts you to believe that you are truly capable of handling any matters of health or relationships without blame and integrity and grace. Okay? So that is your reading here. If this did help you, please let me know. Hit that like button. And until next time, we'll see you. You guys take care.